Welcome to the channel. This platform is focused on men who are working to improve their lives and raise their standards. The subject here is a counterintuitive principle: how a former partner returns, not casually, but with renewed pursuit and regret. The approach outlined here does not rely on grand gestures, repeated apologies, or attempts to negotiate attraction. It runs contrary to emotional instinct and to much of the common advice offered after a breakup. The starting point is the emotional aftermath. Breakups often bring persistent rumination, revisiting messages, monitoring social media, and mentally rehearsing apologies or dramatic reconciliations. These behaviors, even when not acted upon directly, reinforce attachment and signal neediness. That posture weakens perceived value and confirms doubts that may have contributed to the separation. The stated reasons for leaving often center on space, incompatibility, or personal growth. The underlying dynamic is frequently different. Early in the relationship, there was independence, ambition, friendships, and direction. Attraction formed in part because of that autonomy. Over time, priorities shifted. Goals narrowed around the relationship. Availability became constant. Predictability replaced challenge. Attention increased while independence declined. As self-sufficiency diminished, so did tension and desire. When someone shifts from being a choice to being a certainty, respect and attraction often erode. The corrective strategy begins with disengagement. No contact is a component, but the deeper change is emotional detachment. The objective is not to simulate indifference or to provoke jealousy through curated images or performative displays. It is to build genuine abundance. When life becomes structured around purpose, discipline, and forward momentum, reliance on one person for validation decreases. At that point, indifference is no longer staged. It is real. This shift alters perception. When a former partner observes visible growth, whether through mutual acquaintances or limited online exposure, the contrast becomes clear. Physical improvement, professional progress, social engagement, and renewed focus create unfamiliarity. Curiosity follows. Curiosity can develop into doubt, and doubt into regret. Memory often softens negative experiences and amplifies positive ones. In that environment, renewed contact becomes more likely. When contact occurs, restraint is critical. Initial outreach is often brief and low effort. The response should reflect stability and independence. It should be courteous, measured, and limited. There is no need to revisit the past, seek reassurance, or accelerate reconnection. Emotional composure signals change more effectively than declarations do. Delayed, thoughtful responses reinforce that daily life does not revolve around the interaction. If communication continues or a meeting is proposed, the same posture applies. Engagement remains balanced. Availability is not immediate. The interaction should reflect a full schedule and established priorities. This is not manipulation. It is alignment with a life that no longer centers on regaining approval. If reconciliation becomes a possibility, evaluation is necessary. The central questions remain practical. What caused the original separation? Have both individuals changed in measurable ways? Is the renewed interest based on growth or on loneliness and convenience? Did the prior dynamic include mutual respect and support? Does the relationship enhance the current trajectory or threaten to restore former patterns? A person with standards does not accept renewed access without assessing compatibility and long-term stability. The transformation period should be concrete. Physical discipline is foundational. Regular training, strength development, conditioning, and visible health improvements build confidence and reinforce internal control. Purpose requires equal attention. Career advancement, entrepreneurial efforts, new skills, creative pursuits, or service commitments redirect focus toward long-term value. Social rebuilding matters as well. Reconnecting with friends, expanding networks, traveling, and engaging socially restore perspective and reduce scarcity thinking. Dating without attachment can reestablish awareness of options. Mental work remains essential. Therapy, reading, and direct examination of insecurity reduce the likelihood of repeating prior patterns. Attraction operates largely on emotional perception rather than logical argument. Independence, ambition, and self-direction were often present at the beginning. Reestablishing them authentically restores the qualities that initially created interest. The process is straightforward in structure. Though demanding in execution, disengage from pursuit, rebuild systematically, and allow outcomes to follow. If renewed contact develops into a second opportunity, the decision should come from stability rather than urgency. Standards, boundaries, and self-respect must remain intact. A relationship should complement an already fulfilling life, not compensate for its absence. The broader objective is not simply reconciliation. It is autonomy, discipline, and forward progress.